Well, good evening, Tomcat fans here at Tomcat Nation. A little different. I normally never ever speak in these videos because these videos are dedicated to all the Tomcat fans who sometimes miss out on hearing the voice of Tomcats himself, Dickie Martin. When I heard that Dickie is battling an illness the other day, I wanted to come on here, give a message to you, Dickie, and your family that from me and everybody in the Ashland area and all across the different states, we send our prayers and condolences for you for a full, speedy recovery, because we want to be able to hear you back on the air, giving touchdowns, giving call-outs, giving everything. And until then, Dickie, stay strong, battle this, outscore it just like the Tomcats do on Friday nights. Also, want to give thanks to you, Tyler Rowland, for doing the broadcast, filling in for Dickie, a person that Dickie mentor. Just wanted to say, though, you are doing an incredible job, Tyler, and keep it up. Alrighty, everybody, I do apologize for taking up your time. So let's get back to the broadcast.
Action on 97.9 The River. Tonight's game brought to you locally by Metro Community FCU, Food Fair, Ashland Milling Company, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby, Community Trust Bank, Toyota of Ashland, McLeod's Body Shop, Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, Giovanni's Wholesale, Kentucky Farmers Bank, Primary Plus, Desco Federal Credit Union, and Putnam Stadium Restoration. And now with our football action, the legendary Dickie Martin.
Welcome, everybody, and a pleasant evening to you. I'm from Ivan McGlone Field and Henry R. Devon Stadium in Russell, Kentucky. Welcome to Tomcat football. Tyler Rowland filling in for Dickie Martin. The Ashland Tomcats coming into play against the undefeated Red Devils of Russell. Ashland coming off a win against West Jessamine, a 41-6 win at the record of 2-2, and Russell coming in undefeated, 4-0 right now, having just won their last two games against West Carter, in Paintsville by a combined score of 76-0. And we're going to talk about these two teams more when we get back here, and here on 97.9 The River.
Is your vehicle running well but looks old and faded? Then maybe you need a vehicle wrap. Young Signs of Ashland can wrap your vehicle and have it looking fantastic. They also wrap boats, motorcycles, trailers, golf carts, or just about anything that rolls. Stop into Young Signs for a free quote today. Young Signs, the vehicle wrap kings of the tri-state, and the place for all of your signage needs. Call 606-324-0122 or check them out on Facebook. Young Signs, 2822 Green Up Avenue, Ashland.
Well, switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Now, that's a stretch, but what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Ian Phillips right here in Ashland can switch you over so you can start saving today. Ian and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Ian Phillips, it's easy to switch and save. Just give him a call at 606-324-4159. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe your money should give you choices. That's why we've created My Choice accounts. Checking, cashback, and savings designed to match the way you live. Whether you're focused on building savings, managing your day-to-day spending, or planning ahead for the future, My Choice gives you the flexibility to do it your way. Take control and make choices that fits you best. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Game day is here, and Food Fair has you covered with tailgating and party trays. Whether you're hosting the big game or heading to a party, Food Fair has what you need to make a great day, win or lose. From wings and tenders to fresh fruit, veggie trays, and sandwich platters, there's something for everyone. Call ahead and Food Fair will handle the prep so you can focus on the fun. Food Fair, delightfully local, deliciously fresh, and your tailgating and party headquarters. FoodFairMarkets.com.
Hi, I'm Elise Smith, First Lady of Marshall University and founder of the Women Warrior Summit. As a woman of Appalachia, you know how much strength it takes to shift direction, especially when you're carving a new path forward. Maybe you've been thinking about changing careers, going back to school, or even refocusing your energy on something you once loved. I am so proud to announce that the Women Warrior Summit is back for its third year, where we'll be focusing on the power of pivoting and how to approach life's turning points with clarity, courage, and intention. We'll hear from journalist, author, and entertainer Hoda Kotb, explore Jenny Blake's coveted pivot method, and even talk about how AI can support our next steps, whatever they may be. Join us Friday, October 24th at the Marshall Health Network Arena. Visit womenwarriorsummit.com to learn more. I hope to see you there.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
And we're back here at Ivan McGlone Field and Henry R. Evans Stadium in Russell, Kentucky. Welcome to Tomcat football. This is Tyler Rowland. I'm filling in for Dickie Martin. And tonight we have Ashland and Russell going at it. Ashland 2-2, Russell coming in at 4-0. And the last meeting came in 2024 when Ashland would defeat Russell 48-7 at home. And the last time Ashland would visit here was in 2023. They would win 47-10 over Russell, a game they had around 500 yards rushing. Ashland leads the series 49-23. The last time Russell defeated the Tomcats was on October 15th, 2021, a 17-14 victory at Henry R. Evans Stadium. Ashland would avenge the loss in the playoffs, and what was a 52-42 shootout. Both teams would combine for 1,017 yards in that first-round playoff game at Henry R. Evans Stadium. Ashland has won, and what's wild about this series, just the trends of it, between 1994 and 2007, Russell won 9 of 14 in that stretch. Ashland has won 18 of the last 20 meetings. Russell's lone wins an overtime victory in 2014 and the victory in 2021 that I mentioned. Chad Tackett, the head coach of the Tomcats, 2-2 in his fourth year, his eighth year coaching, 61-27 overall, with 4 district championships and a regional championship in 2022. TJ Maynard of Russell comes in with a sparkling 162-98 record. That comes at Greenup, Raceland, and now he is in his 12th season coaching the Red Devils of Russell. TJ Maynard led Raceland to their first ever regional championship in 2013, and the following year would lead Russell back to winning the region championship. After an 0-2 start last season, Russell won 9 of their next 10 and would win 3A District 6. And they won their first playoff game, a good friend Chris Pullum here, 55-7 over Pendleton County at home, and would win 21-20 in a hard-fought battle against Lloyd Memorial in the second round before losing to Belfry 35-17 on the road in the regional final. Somewhat like Ashland last year in a way, their paths, who won their first 2 games at home in the playoffs, but would go on the road and lose 42-7 to Corbin in the regional final. And for me personally, it's good to be back here at Ivan McGlone Field, Henry R. Evans Stadium. There's some great memories just over the year. It's a nice facility. For me personally, I was here in 2005 when Russell had their state championship run. You had Casey Clark, Jacob Sizemore, some of those guys, Josh Wills, Derek Timberlake. They had a fantastic group. And they played Belfry in a classic in the semifinals. Russell would get up 20-0 at halftime, but Belfry would adjust and come back and make a great run to come back in the second half. Russell would hang on to win 20-14 and then advance to defeat Owensboro Catholic 27-14 in the state finals that year. So it's Ashland and Russell here tonight, and we'll be back shortly to break down the teams here on 97.9 The River.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Hey Tomcats fans, with spring just around the corner, Ashland Milling Company is your one-stop shop for everything you need. For your yard, they offer 50-pound bags of weed and feed for only $39.95 and 50-pound bags of crabgrass preventer for $34.95. And don't forget about your garden. Ashland Milling boasts the largest selection of bulk garden seeds in the tri-state. Ashland Milling Company would like to say thanks for letting them serve you for over 150 years. Go Tomcats!
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We are back here at Ivan McGlone Field and Henry R. Evans Stadium in Russell, Kentucky, and welcome back to talking about Ashland Tomcats football, and as they get ready to take on the Red Devils of Russell tonight. And we'll start talking a little bit about the opponent. With Russell, they come in at a record of 4-0. They have a rock-solid team on both sides of the ball. We're talking about a team that's averaging 31 points per game while giving up just under 6 points a game right now. And just to talk about how good their defense has been, they're giving up 117 yards per game of total offense, 59 on the ground, 58 through the air. We're talking about a team that has performed fantastic this year, and has been, of course, a great representative in Eastern Kentucky football. And T.J. Maynard, one of the great coaches, I mentioned his record in the prior segment and just what all he has accomplished, and one that is highly respected. After having Coach Jack of Ashland on the radio show this year, or this week, he talked about Coach Maynard and just how much he meant to him and his development, and how Coach Maynard has been a great mentor for coaches in the area and beyond. And with Raceland, or with Russell, you'll expect to see this team come out, and they're going to air it a little more than they have. Let's talk a little bit about Jaden Frazier, the senior who's coming in at quarterback. Jaden is a whopping 43 of 55 with 9 touchdowns from the quarterback position. He stepped in this year, and you knew he would do a good job back there, but Frazier has stepped up, and those are almost comical video game numbers he's putting up. 78%, we're talking about completion percentage, and I know it's easy to look at the schedule and say, well, Russell's won their games handily, but just the fact that he's come in and performed so well early on like that, regardless of how the competition is, says a lot about him and how far he's come along in his development as a player. Not to mention, he's had time in the pocket. This is a Russell team that the question mark for them this year was the offensive line. They were expected to have a slower start with several new linemen and a quarterback, and they've had some points of development, but overall, they've matured nicely as a team. And you consider this also something to hit that the run game has struggled a little bit at times, but they have missed their star runner, number 28, Caden Binge, a sophomore. And Caden is a powerful runner. He ran for 100 yards a couple times last season as a freshman, stepping it up in some key games for Russell. And you'll hear his name called a lot tonight. I would not be surprised to see him carry the ball 20 times, maybe more. But I think they'll try to get Ashland to clamp down defensively, force them to guard him, and try to open up the Penningtons. Of course, they have to be careful with the Penningtons, Ashland does, because these two guys have done quite well this year. Everybody knew they were going to be tough for Russell, and right now they have caught for They've caught 19 passes, the two combined, and have had a total of 405 yards receiving with 5 touchdowns. They're a threat on the deep ball. You can give it to them over the middle. They can take a big hit, and they're also tough on the outside. You'll see Coach Maynard sometimes go to those screens, so he likes to run that spread. But I wouldn't be surprised, though, given that Benj keeps getting better week after week, to see Russell try to go a little bit toward the run game tonight. Russell right now putting up impressive numbers defensively. We're talking about under 6 points a game. And you think of the last time Russell allowed under 10 points a game in a season, that was 2006. With Russell, you hear historically a lot about their 05 team. Rightfully so, a great team. But they had a lot of those guys back the next year. Their defense that year actually allowed half the points per game that their 05 team allowed. Their 05 team gave up 18 per game, and they gave up 9 in 06. That was a phenomenal defense, and there's a long, long way to go for this team. There's several games. There's several tough opponents. They're in a tough class in 3A. But if they continue playing defense like this, then they're going to be lights out this year as they continue to get better. They're going to have a tough district ahead, no doubt. Russell, who's in District 6 of 3A, and teams like, for instance, East Carter, I think of in particular. East Carter under Coach Tim Champlin has come a long way, just an overtime away from going back to state last season, went to state in 2021 for the first time ever. So Coach Champlin has that program going strong, and I think that that'll be a tough opponent for Russell in the district. But you have to like where you're at if you're TJ Maynard, and I think that they'll be a tough opponent for Ashland to try to beat Russell. I think it's going to take them doing more sticking to what they do best. And they have a variety of players offensively. You have to like how Justin Hughes has developed at quarterback. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the Tomcats shortly when we get back from break here on 97.9 The River.
Drive home a winner all season long with your trusted Toyota dealer, Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or visit them at toyotaofashland.com. They look forward to seeing you soon.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Elise Smith, First Lady of Marshall University and founder of the Women Warrior Summit. As a woman of Appalachia, you know how much strength it takes to shift direction, especially when you're carving a new path forward. Maybe you've been thinking about changing careers, going back to school, or even refocusing your energy on something you once loved. I'm so proud to announce that the Women Warrior Summit is back for its 3rd year, where we'll be focusing on the power of pivoting and how to approach life's turning points with clarity, courage, and intention. We'll hear from journalist, author, and entertainer Hoda Kotb, explore Jenny Blake's coveted pivot method, and even talk about how AI can support our next steps, whatever they may be. Join us Friday, October 24th at the Marshall Health Network Arena. Visit WomenWarriorSummit.com to learn more. I hope to see you there.
When the game is on the line, you need reliability and your trusted Toyota dealer. Drive home a winner with Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or online at toyotaofashland.com.
Remodeling your house? Need to save money? Shop at Home Builder Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Russell. They have everything you need, such as flooring tile, windows, vanities, cabinets, doors, trim, and much more. They can even do installations. For furniture and home decor, visit their new Home Builders Furniture location by Super Quick on Route 1 in Greenup. For personal service, affordable prices, and workmanship you can trust, go to Home Builders Supply in Russell and Home Builders Furniture in Greenup. They do it right.
Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family, caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care.
Hey Tomcats fans, with spring just around the corner, Ashland Milling Company is your one-stop shop for everything you need. For your yard, they offer 50-pound bags of weed and feed for only $39.95 and 50-pound bags of crabgrass preventer for $34.95. And don't forget about your garden. Ashland Milling boasts the largest selection of bulk garden seeds in the tri-state. Ashland Milling Company would like to say thanks for letting them serve you for over 150 years. Go Tomcats!
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
And a big thank you to the Russell Marching Band who performed the national anthem. Outstanding job on their part. And now we're going to get to talking a little bit about Ashland and their season. Ashland coming in with a record of 2-2. The Tomcats opened up. First they had scrimmages, their first one against Jackson and then Huntington, where they continued to develop, and good schools to open up against, both schools in contention in Ohio and West Virginia respectively, Jackson and Huntington. They would open the season with Raceland, their first regular season game on August 22nd. They played Raceland and trailed 14-0, came back and tied it in the second half, had a chance for the lead, got stopped on the goal line. Raceland would choose 7 minutes off the clock and win 17-14. Then they played Tate's Creek a week later, going down and winning in spectacular fashion, 44-23, and a big game that Ashland had. Justin Hughes performed nicely. But the following week would be against Lawrence County on the road, where they played and lost 24-21, having 400 yards rushing and 5 turnovers. But what a response last week. Ashland winning 41-6 over East Jessamine. And Justin Hughes would come in, go 8 of 8 for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tanner Stutler made his debut. He threw for 67 yards and a score. So a great showing last week on all levels from the Tomcats. And, of course, the running game, this is an Ashland team right now that is doing a great job on that end. They're averaging right at 300 yards per game on the ground. And they have a variety of guys that can carry the ball. For instance, last week, Cam Davis, who's expected to be the workhorse, only had 5 carries. Davis is the one expected to lead the way, though. He has 373 yards on 69 carries right now with 6 touchdowns rushing, and has also caught 11 passes for 130 yards and a touchdown. So you'll see Cam Davis be worked in a lot of ways. They'll send him to the flat. They'll send him on a route. He'll run it, and I mean, just so many ways that Cam Davis can cause problems for his opposition. And he's done it before. The last time these two teams played, he broke a big run. And he's just so dangerous to stop. This is somebody that, had he not been hurt last year, likely would have had 10 receiving touchdowns and 10 rushing touchdowns. And you have Brody Simpkins, who last week had a great game. He had around 70 yards on 6 carries. Did Simpkins. Justin Hughes on the season has shown his ability to run, 194 yards and 3 touchdowns for him. Trey Taylor last week against East Jessamine broke a 55-yard run, and we've seen some other guys step it up. Luke McCoy had a big 17-yard gash up the middle against Raceland. Meanwhile, Dalen Farrow has shown off his explosive speed, and that's the thing with this Ashland team, that their running backs are top of the line. And they're very, very deep, which Ashland normally has a deep stable. But this team has several guys that are capable of coming in and doing damage. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Now, the difference this year, in my opinion, up front, seeing Ashland play, has been the offensive line. And that's from game one. They came in and they struggled a little bit. Raceland, it looked like they came out in a little bit of a different defensive alignment and was able to throw them off guard. But after they adjusted, Ashland had an impressive push. And, I mean, this is a Raceland front seven. That first game that went to the state finals last year and returns an awful lot. So you're talking about a group that is experienced and very talented. And they expected to make a deep run this year, and they have continued from that game, just getting a massive push up front. And I think that has been so helpful for our runners. But people aren't talking about it a lot right now, with Ashland being 2-2 on the season and having struggled in a couple games. So I'm curious to see how that continues to go. And I know this Russell line will certainly be clamping to get down in the trenches tonight, because they have a real opportunity against a really good offensive line for Ashland, as the Russell Red Devils were about 6 minutes till kickoff, and they're lined up atop the steps about to make the march down. A good crowd on hand, and for both sides, it's not many open seats available, as Ashland walking out from the side, and of course you see the big R at the middle, and lots of support. The Russell student section running down to greet the team. So definitely some enthusiasm here, as expected. It's a tough atmosphere, a great atmosphere. Henry R. Evans Stadium and, of course, Ivan McGlone Field. And you look at, I mean, one of the great all-time coaches, Ivan McGlone, who won over 300 games and state championships in 1978 and 2005. T.J. Maynard, who was a player for Coach McGlone in the 1980s and would go on to have some success at the University of Kentucky as a player. As now Ashland walking out to the sideline, Tomcats dressed in white with maroon trim and white helmets. Russell getting ready to take the field. They are in maroon with gold and white trim, maroon helmets. And here's we're about 4:49 to go until we start. But right now, I think Ashland, or for Ashland, though, that they have had a good start overall, even though a couple of unfortunate losses. But the big key is they're playing the right ball at the end of the year, as the teams go out to the field for the shake hands and go up for the coin toss. But I think that this team, when Hughes continues to develop, and you look at some of the great quarterbacks that have come through. I think of Ian Holbrook. He had his very first varsity snap, ironically against Fairview, who was coached by Chad Tackett, was a fumble that was turned over to Fairview. Then you have Tyler Baldridge, who came in his senior year. He threw 3 interceptions as that first game against Middlesboro. A few games later, he would throw a game-winning touchdown pass against Prestonsburg, and the coin toss is won. It looks like, couldn't read the seat. Ashland is won. Ashland is going to receive. So Ashland will receive, opening this game up here as the teams shake hands and get ready. The Tomcats and Ashland and Russell, and then Russell running back up to do that. And so now we're waiting here, about 3:15 to go. Ashland huddled up in the end zone, but it's going to be interesting to see, I think, what will come as we're getting ready to watch Russell. But come down, and they're introducing the starters for Russell, actually. So Ashland breaks huddle and will be greeted by the coaching staff on the sidelines. So a big cheer. So they're going to introduce their starters. So Russell sending them out, but I think for coming in, though. It should be a great atmosphere and a great game, and ultimately it always comes down to which team will establish their brand of football. And I think now with Russell coming in, you know that this is going to be a hyped-up atmosphere. It's a good football team, always one that's in the upper tier of 3A, and one that's been a great rivalry with Ashland every year. I mean, this is the two schools, their 73rd meeting, as we're under 2 minutes now till the start of the game. But I think that, again, for Ashland, you have so many things you can do. And I think this is a point. Last week against East Jessamine, Hughes looked so much more Hughes looked so much more on top of his game. And I mean, it's going to be exciting to see. And while we talk about this, first off, getting ready, I want to give some shout-outs. First off to Aaron Crabtree, to Randy Riggs, my former teammate. I want to say happy birthday to Jamie Sellers, and also to Charlie Relaford, who officiated the MLB World Series in 2004. First MLB game to use instant replay on a boundary home run call was with Charlie Relaford, and also a big happy birthday to Jason Strader. So big shout out to them. Of course, Jason, I know, proud of his sons, who both Tomcats. That family bleeds maroon, as Russell breaks huddle and now runs to the into a wild crowd and the student section there to greet him. Here, as we're under a minute to go now before the game, getting ready to start this one, and getting my stat sheets here ready to go, as it's going to be Ashland. And it's not typical that Ashland receives. So that's interesting, because Ashland, I know Chad will usually defer on that, but it's always interesting to see. As now Russell coming out. Again, Russell in their maroon with white and gold trim, as they're going to get ready to kick. That is number 27, Gavin Skaggs, a sophomore, coming out there. And Ashland sending, that's going to be Dalen Farrow out there to return, number 26, along with number 12, Tanner Woodman. Farrow a sophomore, Woodman a junior, as that's going to be kicked off shortly. Russell now getting back here, getting ready for the opening kickoff here, Ivan McGlone Field, Henry R. Evans Stadium. And Skaggs back. He signals. And we are off. It's a short kick and received at the 30. That's going to be Mason Wolf. He runs around midfield, drugged down from behind. Tried to skirt to the outside, but is drugged down by number 55, Tate Smith, the senior. And Ashland will take over and start out with the ball. 11:55 to go here, first quarter. And they will start on the 30-yard line. So they'll break huddle, and the Tomcats coming out. And that's going to be at wide. They're going to come out with two wideouts on the left side, one on the right. That's going to be Hughes and number 28, Cam Davis, and that's going to be Simpkins at the slot back position. First down. It's handed off. Faked. Hughes. Quick throw. Caught by Simpkins, and he's hit immediately. And that was number 17, Jaden Pennington, the senior, on the tackle, but a gain of 4 for Ashland, of a play action and a quick out. So that's going to be a 4-yard completion. So 2nd and 6 for the Tomcats. 2nd and 7 for the Tomcats. Actually, more like a 3-yard completion here with 11:25 to go, first quarter. No score. And Ashland, two wideouts at the top of the screen. They're going up the middle. Davis finds a seam. He gets to the 45-50, and he's brought down by Russell. They sent it to Davis up the middle. Good job by the pulling guard, and opened up a wide seam for him up the middle, and he will get a gain of 18 on that play. So now that's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Tomcats at midfield here in the first quarter. It's no score right now, 11 minutes to go. As that's going to be handled at midfield. It's handed off. That's going to be Simpkins. He dodges a defender. He gets to the outside and gets another first down for the Tomcats after a gain of 13. So Brody Simpkins on that play. gets it to go, and another first down for the Tomcats. So Ashland getting right back on the line here. Walker on the tackle for Russell. And they break huddle. We'll see what they decide to do here. So far, Hughes has thrown it once, completing a 4-yard pass, first play of the game to Simpkins. And they're going to go shotgun this time. They're going to go twins at the bottom of the screen at two wide outs on the left side. And it's snapped, it's faked, and Hughes is going to carry it. He's looking for room up the middle and is going to get about 4. And the ball came out. Let's see, it looked like the officials marked him down. Yes, they marked him down, and that's going to be a gain of 4. So brought down by number 14, Jacobs, and that's going to be a gain, or that'll be now 2nd and 6 for the Tomcats. So looking to they are on the Russell 44 right now, here with 9:50 to go in the first quarter, no score. They're going to hand it to Davis, and he's back up at the line, going nowhere. Russell did a really good job shutting down the seams that time and got there a host of red. So that'll be 3rd and Brody Smith on the tackle. Smith, who was questionable this week with injury, good to see him back on the field. 3rd and 7 for Ashland, who needs to get past to the Russell 27 to get the first down. 9:20 to go in the first quarter, no score. Ashland shotgun formation. That's going to be Smith, and that looks like that's Simpkins in the backfield. Hughes is going to drop back. He's got plenty of time. He's going to roll right, looking, and it's caught by Wolf. He has a first down and then some. Wolf gets to about the Russell 19, and that will be a first down for Ashland. Wolf, who's having an impressive year, and I knew he had 2 touchdowns on the scrimmage against Jackson receiving, and then a strip and score against Huntington High in the second scrimmage. As it's first down, Ashland, 8:50 to go, first quarter, no score. Tomcats now in the Russell red zone on the 19. Simpkins has a hole. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. And the big guy gets down to the 1. Brody Simpkins, a huge hole up the middle, gains 18. And Jaden Pennington, number 17, Ashland with gashes of 13, 18 yards, and 17 yards here in the first quarter so far. First and goal from actually about the 2. It's shotgun formation for the Tomcats. 2 backs this time. It's handed off. Davis walks right in untouched. Touchdown Tomcats, and they'll go on the board here with 8:23 to go, first quarter. So the Tomcats just go right down Russell's throat early running the football, and they get up 6-0 as they're going to come out now for the PAT. And that's going to be number 83, Troy Barnett, the senior, coming out. And Barnett getting ready to kick. 8:23 to go, first quarter, 6-0 Ashland. Barnett, and it's up, and it's good. Right down Broadway, Ashland up 7-0. 8:23 to go in the first. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, located at 230 16th Street in Ashland, is a great place to go for scrumptious home-style cooking and a friendly family atmosphere. Choose from a menu featuring yummy breakfast, tasty soups, salads, sandwiches, and entrees, and don't miss their mouth-watering daily specials. Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen's open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., closed on Sunday. Come on down and enjoy a delicious home-cooked meal at Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, 230 16th Street in Ashland.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
8:23 to go in the first quarter. Ashland ahead 7-0 off a 2-yard Cam Davis run. And a Barnett kick. And Barnett out to kick off to Russell as they have number 18, Caden Pennington, and Caden Pennington, a senior, number 33, Lane Osborne, the sophomore. Back to return. Ashland just gashed Russell up the middle on that first drive as that's going to be kicked off. Barnett, that one goes way back, caught at about the 2 by number 33, Osborne. He's looking for room up the middle and not there. Ashland, he gets back to the 23-yard line. So now that's going to set Russell up. It looked like Nathaniel Williams, a sophomore, number 56, made the tackle, as that's going to be first down and 10 for Russell coming up. They'll start on their own 24. So Ashland, who just scored on a 70-yard drive here to open up, and now Russell will have it. They're going to come out in shotgun. That's 2 backs. So that's going to be Frazier. That's number 15, Anderson Haggard, the senior, in the backfield. And number 2, Jordan Rowe. It's handed off to Rowe, and the big guy's going to plow forward for 5. So Jordan Rowe, a good carry. He goes around the left side, sort of a stretch-type play almost, and they carries it for 5. Here with 7:57 to go in the first quarter, his team trails Ashland 7-0. So coming out is Frazier with the play. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up for Russell, as now that's going to be number 28, Caden Binge, in the backfield, along with number 33, Osborne, who returned the kickoff. 2nd and 5 coming up for Russell. And the Penningtons at the right side at wideout. It's a quick out and caught by Pennington, and that was number 18. That's Caden Pennington, and that's going to be a gain of about 4. Russell with it 3rd and 1, close to a first down. Let's see, that's awful. I'm trying to see. My mistake. They're going to mark that a first down. So, yeah, that was close. Pennington got it there, and a good throw. They sent Jaden Pennington from the slot on the quick out position as his team trails 7-0 right now. Russell up to their own 34-yard line. Their first down of the game here with 6:54 to go in the first quarter. Ashland ahead 7-0. 2 backs, 3 wideouts out for Russell right now. Shotgun, and Frazier across the middle, and incomplete. Tried to throw the quick pass to hit Pennington again, but this time not there. Ashland looked ready for that one. They were dropped back in a bit of a zone, and that was a quick pass, a good fake, but just couldn't get it there. 2nd and 10 now for Russell on their own 34 here. 6:44 to go in the first quarter. Ashland ahead 7-0. And now they're going to have the ball and a chance to try to get a drive off and tie this game. They're coming out. They're going shotgun, 2 backs. That's going to be Binge and Rowe in the back. Pennington, and the Penningtons, 1 on the right side, 1 on the left, and Ashland sending 5 as Frazier's in trouble. He rolls out right, tries to hit one. No, he's going to throw it out. I thought for a second he was trying to throw it there, the angle I was at, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Russell now 3rd and 10. And that's one thing Ashland has been proficient at this year, as it's 6:33 to go here in the first quarter. Ashland leading 7-0. And Ashland right now with a chance to get a big stop defensively, but their line, there's the times they've sent 3. Now, you look at Rodney Rucker last week with 2 sacks against East Jessamine. That Ashland has a big, strong front line as they're coming out with 4 now. Russell going shotgun. Trips wideouts on the left side, 1 on the right. Frazier to go back. He's under pressure from 4. They rush and they get him in the backfield. Well, he's going to gain about a yard, but he was brought down by number 11, Bryden Hughes, the senior, and that's going to be a gain of about 1. So now Russell will likely punt with the ball 4th and 9 on their own 35. So Russell comes out, and again, a good job by the Ashland defense. Frazier, remember, this is the quarterback that's 43 of 55 on the season right now, 1 for 3, and Russell punts. That's going to be Davis back to return. He instructs the defense to clear. It's going to take a friendly Ashland bounce right up to the 48. That punt by Jaden Frazier, and it hit about the 35-yard line, just bounced in Ashland's favor. So now the Tomcats will have it, 1st and 10, actually about on the 47-yard line, leading 7-0 with 5:51 to go here in the first quarter at Henry R. Evans Stadium. The last drive Ashland had, it took them 8 plays. They scored and had 3 runs of 10-plus on that drive right up the middle. Davis capped it off with a 2-yard run. 5:51 to go first quarter. 7-0 Ashland. They're coming out shotgun. It's handed off up the middle, and it's going to be Davis. He has room. He cuts back. Davis still on his feet, and he gets to the Russell 30. Gain of 23 yards. So Cam Davis, a big start to the second quarter here. Or a big start, 5:41 to go here in the first. I got a little ahead of myself as now Davis up to 42 yards on the ground, 2 first downs. Ashland right back on the line here with 5:30 to go. It's 7-0 Ashland, and they're in Russell territory around actually about the 32-yard line. So now they will have it 1st and 10. Shotgun again. That's Trey Taylor, his first carry, and he's going to get about 5. Close to 5 as he's brought down by number 33 Osborne. Apologies, that was number 53 Zach Brown. So a gain of about 5 for Trey Taylor on his first carry of the game. Remember, last week he had that 55-yard run against East Jessamine. 2nd and 6 now for the Tomcats on the Russell 30. That's going to be Davis in the backfield. 1 wide out to each side as they go shotgun. Davis finding room, and he's close to the first down, about a yard short. He's going to get another 5. So Davis 2 carries on this drive for 26 yards as that's 4:33 to go here in the first quarter. Actually, it's going to be about 4. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Ashland with the ball, but of course that's 2-down territory here on the Russell, about the 24. So they're coming out as Trey Taylor's at the slot back position. Davis in the backfield with them. They need 2 yards for the first down. Davis plunges forward. He gets that and then some. Davis still battling defenders. Gains to the 25, 23-yard line about with 4:10 to go in the first. So Cam Davis, what a start for him. So now that's going to move Ashland again into the Russell red zone here with 3:58 to go in the fourth quarter, and Ashland ahead 7-0 as they're going to go shotgun. The 2 wideouts on the right side, 1 the left, 1 back, and that's Trey Taylor. He has a seam. He fights forward and nearly gets into the end zone, and it's going to be 1st and goal coming up from the 1. Taylor on his second carry now, up to 16 yards. So 3:44 to go in the first. It's 7-0 Ashland, and they're a yard away from potentially doubling that up. They're coming right back out, and they're going to stay in that shotgun formation. If it, as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They are getting some great space up the middle, and they're going right to Cam Davis, and he's going to have to fight, and he's in. Touchdown Tomcats. So Ashland gets into the end zone with 3:26 to go here in the first. So Davis gets his second touchdown of the game. Another short plunge, and that's his 8th of the season. So now with 3:26 to go, Ashland ahead 13-0 as Barnett comes out to kick it. And it's going to be snapped, hold good, kick up, and it's good. So Ashland with 3:26 to go here in the first leads 14-0. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Remodeling your house? Need to save money? Shop at Home Builder Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Russell. They have everything you need, such as flooring tile, windows, vanities, cabinets, doors, trim, and much more. They can even do installations. For furniture and home decor, visit their new Home Builders Furniture location by Super Quick on Route 1 in Greenup. For personal service, affordable prices, and workmanship you can trust, go to Home Builders Supply in Russell and Home Builders Furniture in Greenup. They do it right.
Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family. caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
It's 3:26 to go here in the first quarter. Ashland with a 14-0 lead with little trouble moving the ball. 94 yards on the ground so far. 5 first downs in that department as Barnett's kick goes into the end zone. Caught by number 33, Osborne, but that's going to be a touchback. So Russell will start with the football on the 20 here with 3:25 to go, first quarter. And all Ashland so far, of course, a lot you never know with a rivalry like this. Russell coming back out. That's going to be Frazier at quarterback, and that's going to be with him. That's going to be number 2, Rowe, and that's going to be in the backfield trying to see if that's Binge with him. That's going to be number 15, Haggard. So they're coming out shotgun, back to each side of Frazier, wide out on each side as it's handed off up the middle, and Haggard gets nowhere as that's number 34. That's Luke McCoy, the sophomore, who just chased him down from behind. That was an excellent job getting down the line of scrimmage. Haggard actually lost a yard on that, maybe a half yard on that. So that's gonna be a 2nd and 11 coming up for Russell on their own 19. 3 minutes to go. Ashland in the first. Ashland ahead 14-0. As that's going to be Binge in the backfield along with Osborne, and that's going to be Frazier. Snaps. He's handing it up the middle. Binge greeted by a host of Tomcats and gets maybe a yard. So this is the first carry for Binge. As that's number 51, Luke Corliss, the senior, with leading the charge. There were several Tomcats in on that. As with 2:26 to go, first quarter, it's 14-0 Ashland. 3rd and 10 for the Tomcats on their own 20. They need to get to their own 30 for Russell. They need to get to their own 30 to get the first down. Cam Davis with 2 touchdowns rushing so far as Russell. That's going to be Frazier, and that's going to be, looks like Rowe in the backfield with him. 2 wideouts to each side of him on this 3rd and 10. It's snapped. Back protecting. He's going to go deep to Pennington. That's way up there. He's guarded by Davis, and it goes incomplete. Pennington trying to get around the coverage, and Ashland there to make the stop. And again, the ball was lofted way up there that time on 3rd down. I think he thought he was going to have Pennington there the way Ashland was lined up, but instead Davis back there right with him. And Davis didn't really get a hand on the ball, but was able to distract him enough to cause the incompletion. As now it's going to be 4th and 10, Russell in punting situation here in the first quarter. So Russell's first drive, a first down and a punt. Their second drive, they punt. And it goes back. That's going to be Frazier. He kicks it back. And Ashland's going to start with it here on their own 39. So now it's going to be Ashland football again. And Ashland again, an impressive start for no doubt about it coming in. And Russell, he started for first drive from the 24. And one from the second drive, they started from the 20. And now Ashland coming out. That's going to be shotgun, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 at the left, as that's going to be Hughes in the backfield and Simpkins, it looks like, with him. And it's faked. No, it's handed off. No, Hughes, great fake, fooled me. And it's thrown to the flat to Sam Lyons, and Russell gets there quickly. Quick out route, and Hughes now with his 3rd completion of the game as he started out. He's 3 for 3 for 24 yards. Lyons with his first reception, and that's where he's going to be such a problem, Hughes, for opponents, because he gets that ball out quick. But that was also a great fake by Simpkins and a great move by the line. 2nd and 5, Ashland with it. Quick throw again, and Russell bats it down at the line of scrimmage. And there's nothing more frustrating than a defensive lineman getting in in your face. It looked like that was possibly Kanan Jacobs, number 14. It looked like, and that was a great play by him. He got the defensive end, just got up and utilized his length to deflect the pass at the line of scrimmage. And not enough linemen do that. 14-0 Ashland here with 1:10 to go in the first quarter. As it's third, they have it 3rd and 5 on the Russell 47-yard line. And it's handed off. Davis up the middle. Big seam. First down and more. 30, 25, 20. He's gone. Cam Davis for the touchdown. A 47-yard run. And Ashland has opened this one up early. So Cam Davis, his 3rd touchdown here today. And he is up to 92 yards rushing on the ground. As Ashland takes a 20 and stuns what was a loud Russell crowd, 20-0 here with 1:01 to go in the first. And the ball kicked up by Barnett. It's good. It's Ashland now, 21-0 here, 1:01 to go, first quarter. We're going to take a break and come back here on 97.9 The River.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Clark's Pump and Shop is honored to serve the tri-state area with money-saving monthly specials on items that you love. Download from their app from the App Store. Or even more great value, sign up for their Clark's Loyalty Rewards to get cents off gas and earn points on each purchase to redeem for free products. Stop in today for fast, friendly customer service. Clark's Pump and Shop is a proud supporter of the Ashland Tomcats, fueling our hometown spirit every day. Return, refresh, and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
1:01 to go in the first quarter. It's 21-0. Ashland in the lead. Cam Davis, 3 rushing touchdowns, including a 47-yarder. As Barnett kicks it, it goes to about the Russell 5, and that's going to be Osborne with it. He's looking for home. He has it. He gets to the 28, actually tripped up barely on that. And I mean barely. That was number 56, Nathaniel Williams, who looked with a shoestring tackle on that. He had a hole and nearly hit it. Russell now starting off with the football, and they'll have it 1st and 10 on their 29. And right now, Russell's first drive, a first down and a punt. Their second drive, no first down and a punt. And 1st and 10, 2 backs. It's handed off to Rowe. He has a little bit of room, gains 4 or 5. And he'll get up to about the 34-yard line for Russell. 2nd down and about 5. Tackle by Ride Rucker. So now Russell will have it 2nd and 5 here. 33 seconds to go, but they trail Ashland 21-0. Tomcats coming in and just continuing that focus from last week against East Jessamine. They have not taken the foot off the pedal at this point. Russell now shotgun, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Benj isolated in the backfield with Frazier. It's snapped. Frazier's going to keep it himself. He has a hole on the left side, 40, 45, 50, 45, and he's tripped up. Frazier, a nice run on that play. He gets from his own 34 to about the 43-yard line of Ashland. That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. It's going to be, but Frazier took it, and they just direct snapped it, and he took off that left side and gained 23 yards for the first down. So we're going to take a break here at the end of 1. It's 21-0. Ashland in the lead. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Is your vehicle running well but looks old and faded? Then maybe you need a vehicle wrap. Young Signs of Ashland can wrap your vehicle and have it looking fantastic. They also wrap boats, motorcycles, trailers, golf carts, or just about anything that rolls. Stop into Young Signs for a free quote today. Young Signs, the vehicle wrap kings of the tri-state, and the place for all of your signage needs. Call 606-324-0122 or check them out on Facebook Facebook. Young Signs, 2822 Greenup Avenue, Ashland.
Well, switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Now, that's a stretch, but what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Ian Phillips right here in Ashland can switch you over so you can start saving today. Ian and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Ian Phillips, it's easy to switch and save. Just give him a call at 606-324-4159. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
$21-0 Ashland. And right now, getting ready to start the quarter, second quarter, Russell with the football. They're going to gain about 5. They're in Ashland territory on the Ashland 43. Actually, a gain of about 4. That's going to be Jordan Rowe with his third carry for Russell. And he's up to 14 yards, brought by Brody Simpkins. So a gain of about 4, so Russell with it, and they only have 1 first down, but Frazier burst a 23-yard run at the end of the first quarter, last play, to get into Ashland territory, as now it's 2nd and 6 for the Red Devils, actually about 7. So, yeah, I'm an accountant, got to get my numbers right, change my stat sheet, and that's going to be Ashland jumped but did not jump off, looks like. They're going to say they were still in the zone. No penalties so far. Either way, yeah, I better keep my mouth shut on that. So, no, I don't want to jinx anybody. And I jinked before. Oh, Russell, a flag down, but they might have called timeout before the penalty. We're going to see. They threw a flag for delay of game. Russell had some confusion. So still no penalties. They called a timeout beforehand. So we'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe your money should give you choices. That's why we've created My Choice accounts. Checking, cashback, and savings designed to match the way you live. Whether you're focused on building savings, managing your day-to-day spending, or planning ahead for the future, My Choice gives you the flexibility to do it your way. Take control and make choices that fits you best. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
School's back and so is the routine. Food Fair is here to help make mealtime easier with Food Club and Craven Flavor snacks. Perfect for breakfast, lunchboxes, or quick dinners on the go. From hearty breakfast options to after-school treats, these exclusive brands deliver the taste your family loves without busting your budget. At Food Fair, we're committed to affordable quality. That means snacks and meal solutions that work as hard as your family does. Shop smart this school year. Delightfully local, deliciously fresh. Only at Food Fair.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Frazier fakes it up the middle to bench, and it's through the hands of Pennington. Number 17 just went with one of those unfortunate moments for Jaden Pennington on the slant pass, and you see the best of the best drop him, and he's the best of the best. And now that's going to be 3rd and 7 for Russell, although Ashland was trailing that pretty closely, as that's going to be, they're in 2-down territory. They're on the Ashland 40, need to get to the 33 for the first down. 11:06 to go, Ashland up 21-0 here in the second, as that's going to be carried by Osborne. And Lane Osborne's going to get another 5 and make it 4th, but manageable for Russell, as that's going to be about 3 yards to go. So a tough run there from number 33, Osborne. And it's going to be 4th and 3 now for Russell. 10:37 to go, second quarter. And that's going to be Russell with the ball. They trail 21-0 against Ashland. They have the ball on the Ashland 36 right now, getting a little bit more movement, and that's going to be a pistol strong eye, an extra blocker on the right side in Rowe. It's a fake, wide open man downfield. It's thrown to Rowe on the out route, though, and right through his hands, had him there, and Frazier now 1 for 6 through the air, but a couple drops. That was an amazing play call by T.J. Maynard. They came out with a strong eye, a pistol strong eye, tight end on each side, and had Rowe as like a slot back type position. And they sent Rowe and number 14, Keenan Jacobs. They sent Jacobs on a post pattern deep, Rowe to the outside, and it went right through Rowe's hands. Just a tough tough play for him. Ashland taking over 1st and 10 on the 45, their own 36-yard line. Here, as that's handed off, jet sweep, Mason Wolf, left side, cuts back. He's going to get to about his own 40. So that's going to be Wolf's carry, I believe, his first carry of the season, if I'm correct. Mason Wolf, and he's about at the type, the do-it-all type, you could say, as he's going to get 4. Brody Smith on the stop for Russell. Actually, that's going to be about 6 as Wolf gain. As that's going to be Ashland 2nd and 4. Trips wide outs to the right. And they lead 21-0. It's handed off up the middle. Wide open seam. Taylor to the 40 and to the 35 of Russell. He hit that hole quick. And Taylor now a gain of 23 on that play. So Trey Taylor, Ashland, it's that same play, and they are just gashing Russell up. I did not expect it like this, and they are just gashing Russell up the middle right now. Trey Taylor up to 39 yards on 3 carries. 1st and 10 as Farrow now with it left side. He's going to take it, get to the 35-yard line of Russell, a gain of about 2 or 3, and that's going to be Farrow's first carry of the game. Zach Brown on the stop for Russell. Ashland right now with 166 on the ground. Cam Davis with 92 of that at the moment. 2nd and actually about 8 for Ashland. Here as they're in Russell territory, leading 21-0. Hughes is going to go deep. He has a man open. It's Wolf. Oh, through his hands. Had him there. Just couldn't quite. It was maybe a tad overthrown. But again, still much improvement shown from Hughes. Much more confidence in his release. As now with 8:35 to go, second quarter, it's 21-0 Ashland. And they have it 3rd and 8. They're in 2-down territory. And on the Russell 35, they need to get to the Russell 27 to get to the first down. As that's going to be trips at the bottom, or at the right side, as that's Duckweiler, Farrow, and I believe Ryan's there. And that's going to be Simpkins in the backfield. Russell sending 4 at Hughes. He has time. Hughes, that's going to be called back to holding, whether it's complete or not. And it's incomplete. Had Lyons over the middle, but pass was thrown just a bit. He was leaning right. The pass was thrown the other way, but that's going to be holding in the backfield regardless of what happens. As that with 8:28 to go, Ashland up 21-0. And an interesting call, because if Coach Maynard accepts the penalty, that's going to move Ashland back, so it's going to be 3rd and extremely long, and I think that's what he's going to do. Denies it. They're going to have 8 yards to go for the first down, but it's going to be 4th for Ashland. So they're going to accept the penalty, and that's going to move the ball back. The hold was in the backfield, so they're going to move it back. Wow, that was in the... I thought that was going to be a lot further back, but that's going to be 3rd and... But I've been wrong before, no doubt. As that's going to be 3rd and about 18 coming up for the Tomcats with the first penalty of the game either way. As now that's going to be Simpkins in the backfield with Hughes, so it'll be 3rd and 18. Ashland up 21-0. 8:28 to go in the second. Hughes dropping back. He has time. He's going to look. Nobody open. No, he throws it and through the hands and nearly intercepted by Russell. Nearly went through the hands of number 18, Caden Pennington. So that's going to be 4th as 18 for Ashland. As for the first time tonight, they send out the punting unit. So Russell's defense able to hold on that, and Cam Davis will come out. Russell sending both of the Penningtons, Jaden and Caden, out to return side by side. They're about the 20-yard line. They're about their own 20-yard line. Cam Davis lined up about his team's own 45 for Ashland. As Russell sending one of the Penningtons up. Cam Davis, that one nearly blocked, and they got Davis. That's a flag. That's going to be likely a first down for Ashland, but we'll get the official call and see what that is. And Russell tried to trick up there. That was, again, a good call on that play. I liked how they tried to adjust their lineup, but Zach Brown, they shot him through there and tried to get the block, but Brown just got, as sometimes is done in that case, you get aggressive looking for that block and then end up getting the punter, and we're going to see what the official call. So they're going to call it running into the kicker and not roughing. So that's still going to be 4th down. So an interesting call. Ashland's still going to punt it. They've got 13 yards to go on the Russell 40 to get the first down. But Davis is going to stay in to punt. The Pennington's back. They're about close to their own 15 now. Davis lined up at the Ashland 50 here with 8:13 to go in the second quarter. Ashland ahead 21-0 as Davis back to punt. It's snapped. And this time, no, it's a fake. Davis, he's going to roll left side, but no room. He cuts back right side, 45-40. He breaks through a defender. Davis breaks through 35. He stays on his feet, but not enough to get the first down. And Ashland's going to turn it over. So they tried the fake punt on that play. Davis able to gain about 6 yards. He probably ran about at least 25 yards to get that 6. But a turnover on downs for Ashland, as now Russell with a tad bit of momentum, they're going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. Davis, who had a 47-yard touchdown run earlier, it's 8:01 to go, second quarter right now. Ashland ahead 21-0. Russell coming out. They're going shotgun. They've got one man in the backfield with, looks like Rowe with Frazier, and it's fake to Rowe. Frazier quick out, and Wolf right there to knock it out. Incomplete. Right now, Frazier opened up, completing his first pass of the game, but has been 0 for 6 since then. And again, he's had a couple just unfortunate drops where he's hit the receiver right wide open. But now that's going to be 2nd and 10 for Russell on their own 33. 7:56 to go here in the second, as Russell trails Ashland 21-0. And they're going to come back out. That's going to be Benj and Rowe in the backfield this time. Shotgun back to each side of Frazier. Wide out on the left and right, the Penningtons, and a tight end on the right. And it's snapped. A low snap, and Frazier, it's a busted play. A ball comes out, and it's recovered by Ashland. That looked like Ashland got it. I don't know. Russell player got there shortly afterward, and that's the case. And the Tomcats will take over deep in Russell territory on the 13-yard line with 7:48 to go in the second quarter. As that was recovered, and that was let's see, looks like number 4. So we got a little Friday night football as Friday Rucker got back there and made the recovery. That was great hustle, and unfortunate play for Russell, just a bad snap and a busted play. And now Ashland will have it, 1st and 10, deep in Russell territory here with 7:48 to go in the second. They're up 21-0. Wishbone formation. Davis and Simpkins at the tailback positions, and that's Rucker at the fullback. It's faked, and it's handed off to Simpkins. He's going to carry it for about 5. Brody Simpkins on the carry, so Ashland now, and they've run that wishbone formation. The last time they ran that before this season would have to go back to the 1990s. So Simpkins now, his 3rd carry, he's up to 34 yards on the ground. I keep adjusting my stat where they're marking it. Ashland wishbone tied in on each side. That's Simpkins, Davis in the backfield with Hughes at quarterback, Rucker at the fullback. I think Rucker's going to get it at some point. Simpkins again cuts up the middle, is going to gain about 5 and close to a first down. They get to about the Russell 4-yard line. I don't think he quite got it, but that's going to be awful close. And as Ashland leads 21-0 with 6:55 to go here in the second quarter. And it's going to be 3rd and inches coming up. So Simpkins with 2 carries on this drive. Ashland sticking with that wishbone. Let's see, that's going to be Luke McCoy, number 34, in the backfield for Simpkins now. It's him, Davis, and Rucker, and out of the bone. It's going to be handed off to Davis, and he runs in untouched. A 5-yard run, and Davis now above 100 yards, and Ashland putting some serious distance between the two schools with 6:33 to go here in the second as they send on the PAT team. What a showing from Ashland here early on, as that's going to be number 12, Tanner Woodman, in to kick. 27-0 Tomcats. Here with 6:33 to go in the second. It's up, and it's good. So Ashland up 28-0 here with 6:33 to go in the second. We're going to take a break and come back here on 97.9 The River.
Drive home a winner all season long with your trusted Toyota dealer, Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or visit them at toyotaofashland.com. They look forward to seeing you soon.
Hey Tomcats fans, with spring just around the corner, Ashland Milling Company is your one-stop shop for everything you need. For your yard, they offer 50-pound bags of weed and feed for only $39.95 and 50-pound bags of crabgrass preventer for $34.95. And don't forget about your garden. Ashland Milling boasts the largest selection of bulk garden seeds in the tri-state. Ashland Milling Company would like to say thanks for letting them serve you for over 150 years. Go Tomcats!
When the game is on the line, you need reliability and your trusted Toyota dealer. Drive home a winner with Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or online at toyotaofashland.com.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Ashland again on a Cam Davis 2-yard run, his fourth touchdown as he reaches 10 on the season. And Ashland now 28-0 over Russell with 6:33 to go in the second. As now Ashland and Barnett to kick it off. And Russell back deep. It's kicked to about the 2. Frazier's going to get it there. He's looking to go up to the 15-20 where he's tripped up near the 25. As he's going to be brought down, and that's number 12, Tanner Woodman, on the tackle. Good wrap-up tackle on the legs, but a big shout-out first off. I love you, Dickie Martin, my friend, and we're cheering for you a speedy recovery. And Dickie, who has been an outstanding mentor, and I say that at the very least, and we no doubt about it that Tomcat Nation are praying for him. And also a shout-out to my middle school basketball coach and a dear friend, John Bush, him and 2 sons, Johnny and Kyle, both who I know have made him tremendously proud, all of us tremendously proud. As now Russell coming out, shotgun 2 backs, 2 wideouts to each side. Again, some confusion. Rowe gets it and a gain of about 1 with 6:23 to go in the second quarter. Russell down 28-0. But again, Russell and Rowe and Benj both bumped into each other on that play. And I think some confusion about who was going to get it. And Russell, though, held on to the football that time. That's what cost him earlier, as last time they had a fumble that set Ashland up on the 13-yard line where they would score in 3 plays. As now on Russell's 13, as now it's 2nd and 9. Russell, 5:52 to go in the second. They trail Ashland 28-0. That's going to be snapped. Counter play. It's handed off. Haggard wrapped up in the backfield. This Ashland defensive line getting through there, and you might as well title this game Friday Night Football because Rade Rucker is having a dominant performance up front with 5:34 to go here in the second. That's going to be 3rd and 11 now for Russell. And, folks, I'm shocked. I did not expect this at all. I mean, I knew Ashland could win this one, but I didn't expect that they would just come in and especially run the ball at will like they have early. And we're talking about this Ashland team that's right around 175 yards on the ground right now here in the first half. And that play, just going right up the middle, it's been there all evening. Coach Maynard of Russell wants to take a timeout. That's going to be the second one that Russell's taken. We'll be right back.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text? Online loan payments? Even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
3rd and 11 for Russell. They've exhausted their second timeout as they trail Ashland 28-0 with 5:06 to go in second quarter. Ashland with the blitz. Russell trying to go downfield to Pennington. Again, just hits him right in the hands. And Russell wanting pass interference, and it's going to be 4th and 11. Just a tough series for them tonight so far. Just a couple. I thought they had him there on that. Had him in good position, and now, again, Russell forced to punt. They've had 2 first downs here so far in this one. And now that's going to send the punting unit back out, 4th and 11. As they're lined up, it'll be punted from about the 10. Davis back at about his team's own 35. It's a short kick, goes just past midfield. Bounces back, though, takes a Russell bounce, and it's going to hang around the 40-yard line before it starts to go Ashland's way. And that's number 10, Logan Jones, right on it to keep it from going any further. So now Ashland will have a chance, and I'm shocked again that I'm saying this, but Ashland, again, thank you to Coach Bush for the updates, as looks like Raceland leading Newport Central Catholic 14-7 right now. East up 21-0. East Carter up over West. And now Ashland coming out 1st and 10 here on their own 40-yard line as they're coming out in shotgun. They have 2 wideouts to the left, 4:49 to go in the second quarter, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I mean, if they can score on this possession, that's going to make it a running clock game, as now it's snapped and it's handed off up the middle, and can't quite see who has that, but that's Taylor, it looks like. He's going to gain about 7, get to about the 47-yard line. Yeah, 40. And so Trey Taylor with his 3rd carry. Taught by number 55, Smith, so it's going to be 2nd and 3 for Ashland, just from midfield. They get a first down at midfield, 4:24 to go here in the second. I think Ashland's going to try to keep clawing up the middle and try to run down what they can of the clock. As they're set now, shotgun trips wideouts left side. One back with, and actually that's Stutler in the game. He's going to scramble for the first down, cut back, and get to the 45-yard line of Russell. So Stutler into the game now. And he's going to gain 8 yards. So Tanner Stutler, who had an 80-yard touchdown that was called back due to an ineligible man downfield last week against East Jessamine. His first to passing touchdown, he would bounce right back in and score a touchdown pass. As now it's 1st and 10. Ashland on the Russell 45, up 28-0. Taylor's going to gain about 5 to the Russell 40. And Taylor now with 5 carries. He's up to 47 yards. Has carries of 23 and 11 right now. Actually, that's going to be about 4 for him. That's Hudson on the tackle for Russell. 3:26 to go second quarter. 2nd and 6 for Ashland on the Russell 40. As they're going to come back out, and that's going to be Farrow in the backfield with Stutler, who's at QB now. And Luke McCoy at the slot back position. A wide out on each side, tied into the left for Ashland. It's handed to Farrow, left side, cuts back at the 40, 35, pushes to the 30, still carrying defenders for a couple more yards, and that's going to be a gain of about 11 for Dalen Farrow. So Farrow with his 2nd carry, and another one for double digits. Ashland with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 runs right now. I have them at for double digits. So first down for the Tomcats coming up on the Russell 29-yard line. 2:43 to go first half. It's 28-0. All Ashland so far, all on the ground as they've surpassed 200 yards in that department. Cam Davis in the back, Farrow in the backfield with Stutler. Fake to Farrow. Stutler, he's looking for the out, and Duckweiler just not there, threw it out of bounds. So that one incomplete. Duckweiler was covered well by Pennington, though, and again, you got to watch him. Duckweiler had 3 touchdowns last year, including the game-winning reception from Bryant Strader against Johnson Central. 2:27 to go, second quarter. 2nd and 10 for Ashland on the Russell 29. as that's going to be Farrow and Stutler in the backfield. Trey Taylor at the slot back position on the left side between the tackle and guard. And it's handed off to Farrow right side. He has a seam, 25-20. Farrow is going all the way. Touchdown, Tomcats. Dalen Farrow, 29 yards on the carry. And that's going to be 42 yards for him now. And Ashland has stunned, I think, a lot of people here today just with how dominant they've been. I mean, again, Ashland winning, not a surprise. Ashland being this dominant, they haven't been held up by much, as now they're going for the PAT. That's going to be Barnett coming out. And that's going to be holding. That's going to be number 12, Woodman. It's snapped. Woodman hold. Barnett kick. And right down Broadway, 35-0 Ashland lead here with 2:20 to go in the second quarter. We're going to take a break and come back here on 97.9 The River.
Hi, I'm Nori, and over the years, my mother and I have opened our homes to those who need it most, and it's been so rewarding. I bet you didn't know that some adults who have unfortunately been mistreated need a place to call home in West Virginia. It happens more than you know. They may have some physical or mental limitations, and they need your help. Everyone deserves a place to call their own. I can tell you from my experience, it's worth it.
If you have an open heart and want to open your home, Adult Family Care may be the right fit for you. Call the Department of Human Services and ask to speak to an Adult Family Care Home Finder at 304-269-6820. Sponsored by the West Virginia Department of Human Services, the West Virginia Broadcasters Association, and this station. This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, of the United States, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $1,227,345, with 100% funded by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're back. Ashland up 21-0 right, or 35-0 right now. Seeing the clock. 2:15 to go in the second quarter, and Barnett to kick off. Russell back deep, and it's kicked to about the 3-yard line, and looking for room right side. Carried, and Osborne gets out and tackled about the 30-yard line. Gets to the right side, but just not able to get the huge gain he's looking for. Woodman on the stop, Tanner Woodman. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Russell, starting on their own 30-yard line. Clock running here in the second. Like I said, this was totally unexpected. 35-0 Ashland right now. That clock moving as Russell gets ready to take the first play here of the second quarter. As that's our first play of the last 2 minutes here, as Ashland over 200 yards on the ground right now. And that's going to be coming out. That's going to be Frazier in the backfield. And Russell with 2 wideouts on the left, 1 on the right. Handed off, and that's going to be, I believe, Rowe, and he's dragged down 5 yards behind the line. He's signaling a face mask, and Ashland may get that may be a penalty against Ashland for a face mask. We'll see what the official call is. That was number 5, Keyshawn Newman, that got back there to make the tackle. That is the case, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Ashland. 59 seconds to go in the first half. Running clock situation, but a penalty against Ashland. That's going to give Russell a first down on their own 45. So I think if I'm Russell here, just try to make something positive. Ashland, who has just been impressive on all sides. I believe 2 first downs for Russell so far tonight, and they've had a rough night in general. Some passes dropped. Just a tough set of events for them here. 1st and 10, Russell on their own 45. And also in other scores, that's Shelby Valley up over Cabell Midland, 17-6 at halftime. And a timeout taken by Ashland. That's going to be their first. We'll be right back.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, Go Tomcats!
Well, switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Now, that's a stretch, but what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Ian Phillips right here in Ashland can switch you over so you can start saving today. Ian and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Ian Phillips, it's easy to switch and save. Just give him a call at 606-324-4159. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat Football on 97.9 The River.
We're back here on 97.9 The River as Ashland up 35-0 with 43 seconds to go in the first half. Russell with the ball on their own 45, 1st and 10 after an Ashland face mask penalty. Frazier under pressure from Ashland. He rolls out and pass. That was incomplete. Just in the area of Pennington, but just couldn't get his hands just a little too low. But I mean, Frazier has been under heavy pressure all night. Yeah, his first pass of the game was completed for 5 yards, and now, since then, he has been 0 of 8. Now, take note, he has faced heavy pressure on some, and on others, Russell had it in Ashland territory when they trailed 21-0. He tried to hit Rowe and just couldn't went through his hands. It's a tough play, and that's going to be it for the first half. So we're going to halftime here. As also a score update, thank you to John Bush. Raceland leading Newport Central Catholic 21-14 in the second quarter. And we're going to be right back here, taking the halftime break here on 97.9 The River.
Oh, lady, your driving is making me go bald.
What? Who's talking?
It's me, your car, the one that needs new tires for months now.
You talk?
Only when I have to, and with the way you drive, I have to.
I think I'm going crazy.
The only thing crazy is for you to not take me to Witt's Tire Town, 1901 Argonite Road in Flatwoods. They got the best prices in the area with name brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Mastercraft. And they also do repairs, which I need badly.
You're pretty smart for a car.
Stop in Witt's Tire Town, Argonite Road in Flatwoods.
The Martial Artist Series presents the International Film Festival, September 25th through 27th at the Joan C. Edwards Performing Arts Center. Featuring 6 critically acclaimed and award-winning films, Sully Main Story, Flow, I'm Still Here, All We Imagine as Light, Waiting for Dolly, and A Radical Act, Renee Montgomery. For more information, call 304-696-6656 or go to martialartistseries.org. Sponsored by Village Caregiving and Kindred Communications.
Clark's Pump and Shop is honored to serve the tri-state area with money-saving monthly specials on items that you love. Download from their app from the App Store. Or even more great value, sign up for their Clark's Loyalty Rewards to get cents off gas and earn points on each purchase to redeem for free products. Stop in today for fast, friendly customer service. Clark's Pump and Shop is a proud supporter of the Ashland Tomcats, fueling our hometown spirit every day. Return, refresh, and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Oh, lady, your driving is making me go bald.
What? Who's talking?
It's me, your car, the one that needs new tires for months now.
You talk?
Only when I have to, and with the way you drive, I have to.
I think I'm going crazy.
The only thing crazy is for you to not take me to Witt's Tire Town, 1901 Argonite Road in Flatwoods. They got the best prices in the area with name brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Mastercraft. And they also do repairs, which I need badly.
You're pretty smart for a car.
Stop in Witt's Tire Town, Argonite Road in Flatwoods.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Well, we're at halftime, and Ashland with a running clock. Already a 35-0 lead over Russell. And like I said, Ashland winning this game and continuing how well they played, sure, but the way they played tonight, wow. This is a 4-0 Russell team, and the last 2 games they won by a combined 76-0. This is a good football team at Russell. We're talking about a team that is coming off of a regional finals appearance last year where they were competitive with Belfry and came back with some key players, and now Ashland having an impressive performance on the road. And that was one question mark I had. You know how this rivalry is. It's a great rivalry with Russell over the years. You look at some of the classics. You think back to between 2013 and 2016. Those games were decided by a combined 4 points. Like, I mean, that's how, or 3 of those games were. But some classics in that stretch alone. And over the years, just, I mean, the rivalry started back in, I think, 1928 was the first time these two teams met at Armco Field. And they haven't looked back since, and the entertainment they brought to many, many homes and many families over the years. But right now, what an impressive showing for Ashland. I'm going to have some stats here once I get my math together. But right now, Ashland just coming in, and just that run up the middle has been where Ashland's done a majority of the damage. They've thrown 5 times. Hughes has completed 3 of those. But outside of that, Stutler attempted 1 as he came in later in the first half. But it's been Ashland doing a lot of the damage. But a great showing for them again, just up 35-0 at halftime right now here at Ivan McGlone Field, Henry R. Evans Stadium. But that was a question mark I had for Ashland. You look at the 2 games they won. They went on the road and had a fantastic performance against Tates Creek. Tates Creek was 6-4 last year, and they returned a lot of players for their team. You knew they were going to be a tough opponent, and Ashland typically has struggled historically against Tates Creek. They played in the 1970s, they played twice, Ashland losing 16-7 in the 1972 state championship. They lost again in 1976 in a 1-point nail-biter in, I believe, the regional final, and then would play in 2015. Quentin Baker was hurt that game, but Ashland would lose, and they would get their first win against them the next year. But they go on the road and have an impressive performance, and Tates Creek, a good program. But here's the thing with Tates Creek and with East Jessamine. They're not very big rivals. Ashland has played East Jessamine twice, both in their first 2 years in 97 and 98. And since then, I mean, you look at Russell, you look at Lawrence County, you look at Raceland. They've had a lot of meetings against those schools. They've had some very contested meetings against Raceland, against Lawrence County, and it seemed like in those games, that's where Ashland struggled a little bit, I think, on the emotional side to stay in check. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I mean in the sense of they struggled to, sometimes that mentally it would affect them during the game. They might make a mistake, turn it over, like Lawrence County. If you see a team's going to have 400 yards on the ground for that game, and that alone, nothing else about the game, you would like picking Ashland probably winning that game against Lawrence County, but they lost by 3. So that was the one thing I wanted to see tonight, how Ashland would react coming into a hostile environment here at Henry R. Evans Stadium, a great environment, and Ivan McGlone Field. Russell brought a huge crowd on hand for this game, and I think everybody knew how good Ashland was, but Frazier, coming into this game, throwing 78%, and Ashland holding, I know he's got a couple drops, but holding him below that so far, very impressive. And Russell right now, I have them at 40 yards on the ground so far. 36 yards on the ground. So that a tough showing for Russell here in the first half, but we've got more to play. And we'll be back here. We're going to take a break, and I'm going to get some stats together. We'll be back here shortly on 97.9 The River.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Nori, and over the years, my mother and I have opened our homes to those who need it most, and it's been so rewarding. I bet you didn't know that some adults who have unfortunately been mistreated need a place to call home in West Virginia. It happens more than you know. They may have some physical or mental limitations, and they need your help. Everyone deserves a place to call their own. I can tell you from my experience, it's worth it.
If you have an open heart and want to open your home, Adult Family Care may be the right fit for you. Call the Department of Human Services and ask to speak to an Adult Family Care Home Finder at 304-269-6820. Sponsored by the West Virginia Department of Human Services, the West Virginia Broadcasters Association, and this station. This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, of the United States, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $1,227,345, with 100% funded by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
Lenny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hey, it's Big John. Are you hungry for a taste of home? Well, come on down to Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, located 230 16th Street in Ashland. They serve old-fashioned home-cooked meals in a true family atmosphere. From hearty breakfast to daily specials, there's always something fresh and on the table. Bring the whole family and let them do the cooking. Proud supporters of the Ashland Tomcats, Uncle Paul and Missy's is cooking up that hot Tomcat spirit. Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, where good food and good company come together. Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family, caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
No down payment? No problem. Here at KFB, we make homeownership easy with our no down payment home loans. Whether you're buying your first home or ready for something new, KFB is here to guide you every step of the way. Apply today and take the first step towards your dream home with no money down. Restrictions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. KFB, the better bank. Located at Ashland, Catlettsburg, Louisa, Summit, and Wheelersburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Martial Artist Series presents the International Film Festival, September 25th through 27th at the Joan C. Edwards Performing Arts Center. Featuring 6 critically acclaimed and award-winning films, Sully Mane's Story, Flow, I'm Still Here, All We Imagine as Light, Waiting for Dolly, and A Radical Act, Renee Montgomery. For more information, call 304-696-6656 or go to martialartistseries.org. Sponsored by Village Caregiving and Kindred Communications.
Is your vehicle running well but looks old and faded? Then maybe you need a vehicle wrap. Young Signs of Ashland can wrap your vehicle and have it looking fantastic. They also wrap boats, motorcycles, trailers, golf carts, or just about anything that rolls. Stop into Young Signs for a free quote today. Young Signs, the vehicle wrap kings of the tri-state and the place for all of your signage needs. Call 606-324-0122 or check them out on Facebook. Young Signs, 2822 Greenup Avenue, Ashland.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're back at halftime. 3:43 to go. Well, until the end of halftime, so to speak, but they had another 3 minutes on the clock, so actually about a little over 6 minutes to go. But Justin Hughes tonight so far, 3 of 5, I'm sorry, on the game for 24 yards through the air, completed his first 3 passes. And, I mean, again, he has a couple incompletions, but Ashland's shown the ability, again, to stretch the field. Even though they had a drop and just weren't able to complete that deep pass. Stutler in 0 for 1 throwing, and Ashland coming in, though, on the ground. They have had a lot to do through the air because the ground, Ashland has been straight up dominant so far. 250 yards I've got exactly on the ground. This is unofficial. But Cam Davis right now, 103 yards on the ground on 9 carries, 4 rushing touchdowns. He hits 10 total on the season. Brody Simpkins, 39 yards on 4 carries. Dalen Farrow, 42 yards on 3 carries. Trey Taylor, 46 yards on 5. Hughes has 1 for 3. Wolf has 1 for 4. Stutler has 1 for 8 a carry. Meanwhile, on the receiving end, Simpkins has 1 for 4. Wolf has 1 for 15. Lyons has 1 for 5. And if you're just tuning in or just having listened, Ashland started out with the football and just had a great 70-yard drive, scoring with 8:23 to go here in the first half, as Davis had a touchdown of 2 yards to go to put him up. Barnett's extra point good to put him up 7-0. Ashland again in the first, 3:26 to go. Cam Davis, a 1-yard plunge, puts Ashland up 14-0. Again, Ashland, Russell's just getting the ball. They're getting a first down and being forced to punt where they're punting. Ashland then would again force a Russell punt, get the ball back. Davis would go 47 yards to score with 1:01 to go in the first, putting Ashland up 21-0. And then in the second, Ashland continued their stretch as Russell had the football and had a miscommunication, a low snap in the backfield. They would fumble it. Roddy Rucker would recover it on the 13 of Russell. Ashland would go 13 yards in 3 plays. Another Cam Davis touchdown from 5 yards out. For 10 minutes to go in the first half, it was Ashland 28-0. Meanwhile, Russell, again a punt. Ashland gets it back. This time in the first half, and Dalen Farrow late in the first half would get number 26 for Ashland. He would break loose for 29 yards and get to the end zone. Barnett's extra point made it a running clock. Barnett, extra points on all 5 of Ashland's scores. The field goal unit looks even more Barnett's a great kicker. But tonight, there's the snap, the hold. You could tell they've been on the field. They've been putting normal and maybe extra time in to get that down. Of impressive showing from Ashland on that end. Meanwhile, Russell, Frazier 5 yards through the air, and I have them actually at, 12, 13. So actually, I had a miscalculation on that. Russell I didn't actually. They had 34. Yeah, actually, Russell, I have it at 38 yards on the ground right now. 38 on the ground, 5 through the air. Again, this is a team that's come in, and especially the past couple games, has performed nicely offensively. Again, throwing 78% at quarterback is Frazier, and they've done a lot of this without Benj, who was and will be a big-time player this year for Russell. We're going to take our final halftime break and come back. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half. We should see some of these young guys getting in and getting an opportunity. We'll be right back. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Well, switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Now, that's a stretch, but what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Ian Phillips right here in Ashland can switch you over so you can start saving today. Ian and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Ian Phillips, it's easy to switch and save. Just give him a call at 606-324-4159. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is
Kelly
there.
Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're back as it's Ashland 35-0, getting ready to start the second half. Want to give a couple shout-outs. First off to Ashland PA announcer Chuck Rist. Always good to hear touchdown Tomcats at the games. Always good to hear him. And a happy birthday to Jack Gallagher, of course. I play. One of my teammates was Travis Gallagher. Probably had who's related to him. Probably had one of the biggest turnarounds in the history of the weight room there. Travis, who was a key player in the 2000s, is wishing him the happiest of birthdays. Jack, and then of course to my good friend Dickie Martin. We're all supporting. We're all pulling for you, my man. As one of the great mentors. As now that's going to be kicked off, and that's going to be Frazier, 25. And Duckweiler gets a hand on him, 27, 28-yard line. As Ashland hit the hose. So Osborne gets up to about the 27, 28-yard line. I liked Nathan Shavers, a freshman, just diving on the pile after that play. So Russell will start off, and the clock running. Again, this is a running clock rule. They changed that. It used to be you had to get past 35. Last year they made it to where once you reach 35, it is a running clock. Two backs in the backfield for Russell now, as that's going to be two wideouts on the right, one on the left, shotgun formation. It's handed off. They're going to Osborne. He's got a little bit of room on the right side for about 3. And he's going to get... So Lane Osborne getting Hughes on the tackle for Ashland. And that's going to be a gain actually about 2. So now that's going to be 2nd and 8 for Russell. 10:37 to go second half. It's 35-0. Ashland in the lead right now. And they're coming out. Shotgun, 2 backs, 2 wideouts left, 1 right. And it's snapped. High snap. Caught and met right in the backfield. And that looks like number 37, Ben Brinkman, the sophomore. And there's a lot. I couldn't see all the players that got back there to tackle. Luke McCoy was in on that. I saw J.J. Keys, number 7, back there. And a timeout call. We'll be right back.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco ensures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Russell with the 3rd and 11, and it's handed off to Osborne, right side. He's going to get 2 or 3, nowhere near enough for the first down, and that's going to make it about 4th and 8 for Russell, forcing them to punt. As out comes number 8, Jaden Frazier, punting, as Ashland will get another chance at it. They lead 35-0, 9:25 to go here in the third. running clock situation right now. Again, as I say the time, it continues to tick. Frazier punts and nearly blocked in there. And Shavers nearly got back there to block it, but Russell able to get the punt off, and it goes to the Ashland 45. And say that was Logan Kinzer, the sophomore, number 17, that was lined up to return, but didn't get a chance to. It went way out of distance, way short of him. So Ashland now 8:53 to go in the third, and they'll start with it 1st and 10. Running clock situation as they lead 35-0 over Russell. 250 rushing yards on the ground right now for the Tomcats, and we're seeing some new faces coming out there. We'll see who's in there, as that's going to be in the backfield. That's number 18, Tanner Stutler. Dalen Farrow is in there with him. Some similar faces. That's going to be number 5, Keyshawn Newman in the backfield. The lone back, Duckweiler on the right side. Farrow and is that Lyons? Not a good angle. 3 wideouts out now on the left side, as that's going to be the shotgun. Low snap, but it's handed off. And Newman cuts left side, finds room for about 50, 45, 40. Newman finds it 35, 30, and down to the Russell 25. A gain of 32 yards for Newman, as Ashland now up to 282 on the ground. Osborne on the stop, and Ashland now nearing the Russell red zone. 7:39 to go, third quarter. Ashland ahead 35-0. And they're coming out. That's going to be in the backfield with Stutler. The 2 backs now. That's going to be Newman and I think Taylor. We're going to see my angle's bad on this. It's handed off. Newman, right side, stretch play, 20, 15, cuts back, 10, 5, 2 touchdowns for Farrow. Apologies. Farrow gets it. He had a wide open lane. Cut back. We got a holding penalty likely against Ashland, though. A flag thrown around the Russell 10. And so this will likely, I'm going to say, be called back. But we'll see what it is. 6:56 to go here in the third. It's 35-0 Ashland, 41-0, depending on the result of this penalty. If it's going to be officials discussing it with T.J. Maynard of Russell and Ashland moving back, I'm leaning this is going to go against the Tomcats. But Ashland just getting a massive push up front right now and having a...
Result of the play is a touchdown.
Okay.
Personal foul, Ashland. 15 yards to be assessed on the kickoff.
So it's the touchdown will count. So Farrow gets a 24-yard touchdown run and is up to 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ashland now coming out to kick the PAT. That's going to be number 12 Woodman on the hold and Barnett to kick. It's 41-0 with 6:06 to go in the third quarter. Ashland has now surpassed 300 rushing yards on the ground. What a game for the Tomcats, as now Barnett in and it's snapped. Holds good, kick up, and right down Broadway, 42-0, 5:44 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a break and come back here on 97.9 The River.
No down payment? No problem. Here at KFB, we make homeownership easy with our no down payment home loans. Whether you're buying your first home or ready for something new, KFB is here to guide you every step of the way. Apply today and take the first step towards your dream home with no money down. Restrictions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. KFB, the better bank. Located at Ashland, Catlettsburg, Louisa, Summit, and Wheelersburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dude, did you order the new iPhone 17 Pro? Got it from Verizon, the best 5G network in America. I've never looked so good.
You look the same.
But with this camera, everything looks better, especially me.
You haven't changed your hair in 15 years. Selfies? Check, please.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever, with eligible phone trade-in and unlimited ultimate. Any condition guaranteed. Best 5G source root metrics data, United States, 1H 2025. All rights reserved. Trade-in and additional terms apply for all offers. See Verizon.com for details.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Ashland above 300 yards rushing as Farrow runs it in from 24 yards out. It's 42-0. Ashland here with 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Again, a running clock game, and Ashland just really impressing in this one. As now Barnett to kick off from the 25. Remember, Ashland got penalized for unsportsmanlike, and they got to cut that out, no question, as it's kicked off to Frazier. And he's going to take it to Osborne, I'm sorry. He's going to get up to about the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line for Russell, so they'll start from there. So Russell coming out now, and just another, just what's been a struggle for them tonight so far. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up with 3:39 to go in the game. But Ashland just a couple, after a 2014 win at home in 2022 for Ashland, just some commanding victories over Russell here for Ashland as they, as right now we're in the third quarter, but a running clock situation. Ashland, who won 48-7 last year and 47-10 here 2 years ago, handed off up the middle and a couple yards for Russell, but again a host of Tomcats there, as that's number 37, Brinkman. So Kintzer on the stop. So that's going to be a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 for Russell now. 2:49 to go in the third quarter. And they're going to need to get to the Ashland 46 to get the first down right now. And Kintzer was on the stop there, but again, Ashland, some young guys out there right now getting their opportunity. Is now that's going to be Russell coming out. Single back, trips, or no, they got slot, 2 backs. They got slot back. Left side of the screen, 2 wideouts, 1 on the right. It's thrown and caught in the flat, but again, Ashland right there to get it. The pass was complete to Brinkman, and that is number 13, Wyatt Hudson, who's checked in, by the way, at quarterback for Russell. Number 13. Shavers on the stop. 3rd and 7 now for Russell. But again, Brinkman he was swarmed on that. I saw number 9, Trent Giss, there to make the stop. But again, swarmed to make it. They swarmed him on that, and now it's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up for Russell. 2 backs in the backfield. It's handed off up the middle. They're going to get about 3, maybe 4, as that's handed off to number 10, Logan Jones, a sophomore. He's going to get to the 50. So Jones now with 4, and then Russell with it 4th and 4 on the 50, as we're at 1:16 to go in the third. It's 42-0 Ashland here at Henry R. Evans Stadium in Ivan McGlone Field. Ashland scored on a 2-yard run from Cam Davis off a 70-yard run to start the game, and they have not looked back. As Russell coming out, that's Hudson in the backfield at quarterback, 2 backs with him. 2 wideouts left. Handed off up the left side, around the left side, and they're going to get the first down as Russell. And that was a gutsy carry and a good read by number 4, Ivan McDaniels. McDaniels, a sophomore, and he carried it around. There was nothing up the middle. He turned to the left side, saw some room there, and powered a little bit to get the first down. That's Russell. I'm going to make sure, but I've got this as their 3rd first down of the game. 24 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's Ashland 42-0. Wow, what an impressive performance for the Tomcats. And that's going to do it, actually, looks like they're going to let the third quarter run out. So Ashland ahead, 42-0 right now, running clock game here at the end of 3. That's what it is. So Ashland up 42-0. We're going to be right back. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're back starting the fourth quarter. It's handed off up the middle. Russell just got the first down, but a loss in the backfield. But got stuffed on that play. And that was Jones, the ball carrier for Russell. And that's going to be a loss of about 2. It looked like Kinser got in there and made the stop. So Ashland again, Russell right now just barely around 50 yards rushing. Russell only 5 yards through the air. Here as it's 2nd and 13, they have the ball in the Ashland 45. 11:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. So now it's shotgun, 2 backs, 2 wideouts on the right, 1 on the left for Russell. As that's Hudson at quarterback for them. And it's snapped, low snap, Hudson, quick throw, out route, and it's incomplete. And passing intended for, they were trying to go to McDaniels there as they were, and that one goes out, so that'll be 3rd and 13 about for Russell now. They need to get to, they are on the Ashland 45, they need to get to about the 32 to get the first down.
Congratulations to tonight's split punt winner, Chad Haggard.
So now 3rd and 13, Russell coming out. And again, Ashland just start to fourth quarter. They have started out on the gas pedal with over 300 yards rushing, and they have not looked back. It's snapped. McDaniels, left side, stretch play. He's going to cut it up the middle and gain about 5. So Russell with a 4th and more manageable. McDaniels also had a good read on that, but last 4th down, it was 4th and 4, and he saw the middle wasn't open, ran around to the left side, and got the first down. As Russell now will have it 4th and 8 on the Ashland 40. Ashland leading 42-0 here in the 4th. To note, that's number 3, Hunter Williams, actually. It's like out at quarterback for Russell. So 4th and 8 now, and 2 backs in the backfield with him. And shotgun snap is good. It's handed off, and they're not going to get it. Nowhere close. They got about 3. And it's going to be Ashland ball here as they turn it over on downs. That carry for Russell by number 10, Jones. So Ashland will take over 1st and 10 on about their own 37 as the defense hold. So 1st and 10 coming up now for the Tomcats. It's 42-0 here, 9:05 to go in the ball game. So they'll start with it at their 37-yard line. And that's going to be in the backfield. Let's see, that's got to see Xavier Johnson out there. Oh, the snap goes way high over Stutler's head, and that's going to be a loss of about 20. I see Xavier Johnson. I think that might have been, I'm going to see, it might be Tanner Christian out there. I'm trying to get a good look at the number from where I'm angled. Yes, that's Christian's out there in the backfield. So 2nd and a long way to go for Ashland. A loss of, let's see, a 2nd and 28, a loss of 18. The snap going way over the hands of, or ahead of Anderson. Actually, it's Carter Anderson while that's in there, as Anderson now at quarterback. Anderson had an impressive showing in the Kiwanis Bowl last season, as that's going to be him, and that's another snap just dropped by Anderson. That's going to be fumbled, and that's going to make it third and extremely long for Ashland, as now they're back deep in their own territory. They're about on their own 8-yard line. So Ashland just struggling getting aligned here in the fourth with 7:38 to go. It's 42-0 Ashland, but got to hang in there, as now third and extremely long, 37 to go for the Tomcats, as that's going to be Anderson and that's going to be Johnson in the backfield with him, and that's going to be at the bottom of the screen, or on the left side, I'm used to saying screen, as it's handed off to the right side, a gain of about 5 for Ashland, but that's going to make it fourth down, and that's going to be Johnson on getting his first carry. McDaniel's on the stop, so Johnson gains about 5. So Ashland, 25 yards lost just due to some miscommunication on the snaps, and now they are going to be forced to punt. Here it's going to be fourth and extremely long with 6:44 to go, fourth and about 32 to be exact, as they're going to punt from almost the goal line. It goes back, a good kick. It goes to about the Russell 40. I think that was Kentzer, the sophomore, out to punt. So now Russell will take over, and with 6:20 to go, again, a 42-0 lead for Ashland. That clock continuing to churn. Greenup up 45-8 right now. Greenup County over Fleming County, and Raceland 34-14 over Newport Central Catholic. And other scores, so now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Russell on the Ashland 38-yard line. 5:50 to go here in the fourth. So Ashland just struggling with getting the snaps down on that last drive, and now Russell will have a chance here starting in Ashland territory. But again, the clock continuing to run. There's Russell subbing out, and here we go. First down for Russell, and that's going to be number 3, Williams, at quarterback for him. 2 backs in the backfield with him. It's going to be 1st and 10 here with 5:20 to go, fourth quarter. Russell at their Ashland 38. It's snapped, handed off, right side, and Ashland right there in the backfield. Let's see. Got Logan Jones carry. That's going to be a loss of 5. And that was number 66. That was Hagan Samuel on the tackle. The freshman got back there and made the play. So 2nd and 15 for Russell. They're on the Ashland 42-yard line. 4:46 to go here in the fourth. And it was him, and I think that was number 24, Shavers, that got back there as well. 2nd and 14 for Russell. 2 backs in the backfield and it's snapped. And right side, and carried Russell. He hangs up, gets about 4 before being brought down by a host of tacklers. That was Jones. But again, got back to about where he was. Actually, they're going to mark that about 2 yards. So Williams on the tackle for Ashland, Nathaniel Williams, and that's going to make it 3rd and 12 here with 4:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. So that's going to be a gain of 12. So 2 backs in the backfield now with Ashland. 2 wideouts on the right side. For Russell, I'm sorry. So 3rd and 12, and some miscommunication out there, some confusion for Russell, and a timeout. And so they're going to call delay. I thought Russell was calling a timeout. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, so that's going to make it 3rd and 17. Russell's going to have it on the Ashland 45 now. And Russell, just a tough night for them. I want to take this opportunity for, first off, say a big thank you to Lowell Austin and to Paul Swan just for all their help with everything. And again, give a shout out to my good friend Dickie and pray for him a speedy recovery through this, as now it's going to be 3rd and 17 for Russell. It's handed off left side, and again, Ashland just there in a swarm to get him. That's going to be a gain of maybe 2. And the tackle, looking at who's getting out of the... That's going to be Jacob Hammonds, the junior, number 58 with the tackle. And that's going to be a gain of about 2 by number 37, Brinkman. So now that's going to be 4th and 15 coming up with 2:26 to go. 42-0 lead for Ashland. I think Russell's going to just go for it here. And good sportsmanship from Williams there, too, helping the player up for Russell. Russell, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wideouts on the left side, 1 the right. 4th and 15 on the Ashland 43-yard line. It's handed off right side, and Jones finds a little bit of room, but nowhere near enough for the first down, a gain of about 8. So Jones gets a solid push, but that found a seam. I mean, Ashland again had that locked up tight, but Jones was able to squeak through there and get about 8, but that's going to turn it back over to Ashland with 1:41 to go. They will take over on their own 35-yard line coming up. 1st and 10 for the Tomcats. So Ashland 42-0 right now in the 4th. Again, the clock running. We're at 1:26 right now. But Ashland, in just an impressive showing today against Russell, start to finish. And the Tomcats came in and have dominated, and what was expected to be a solid game. I mean, a tight game. A lot of people were excited for this one, as was I, as Carter Anderson, number 8's in at quarterback, him and number 25, X Johnson in the backfield with him. High snap, Anderson gets it right side. He finds room for about 7, so Carter Anderson will carry it. He get actually 8. Yeah, 8. He's going to get a gain of 8 is Carter Anderson. So Anderson, Haggard on the tackle, and that's going to be 2nd and 2, 39 seconds to go. Probably the last play of the game for Ashland. As that's going to be Shavers in the backfield with him. High snap, handed off. Fake. Anderson loses the football, and he's dragged down about 6 yards behind the line by number 37, Brinkman for Russell, and that is going to be the last play of the game for Ashland. So that'll do it here at Henry R. Evans Stadium and Ivan McGlone Field. We'll be back for postgame shortly. The Tomcats pull off a convincing 42-0 win at Henry R. Evans Stadium, Ivan McGlone Field, behind 300 yards rushing. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints for your painting project at Menards. Max Bond Plus exterior paint and primer is designed to stand strong against weather extremes. It provides max adhesion, hide, and performance while repelling rain in just 90 minutes after application. And with Dutch Boy's high-performing paints that last, transforming your home has never been easier. Save big money on Dutch Boy paints and head into Menards to get your paint project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
Remodeling your house? Need to save money? Shop at Home Builder Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Russell. They have everything you need, such as flooring tile, windows, vanities, cabinets, doors, trim, and much more. They can even do installations. For furniture and home decor, visit their new Home Builders Furniture location by Super Quick on Route 1 in Greenup. For personal service, affordable prices, and workmanship you can trust, go to Home Builders Supply in Russell and Home Builders Furniture in Greenup. They do it right.
No down payment? No problem. Here at KFB, we make homeownership easy with our no down payment home loans. Whether you're buying your first home or ready for something new, KFB is here to guide you every step of the way. Apply today and take the first step towards your dream home with no money down. Restrictions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. KFB, the better bank. Located at Ashland, Catlettsburg, Louisa, Summit, and Wheelersburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This Sunday on the Cowsills Chronicles, Mike, Bob, Susan, and Paul will pay tribute to their friend Chuck Negron of Three Dog Night. Chuck is 34 years sober after battling an addiction that almost cost him his family as well as his life. Catch the Cowsills Chronicles each Sunday at noon and 10 p.m. only on 97.9 The River and online at 979theriver.com.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Ashland with a convincing 42-0 win over Russell here at Henry R. Evans Stadium, Ivan McGlone Field. And coming in, the Tomcats just started out in the first quarter and got their foot on and did not look back. Ashland would score had 8:23 to go first quarter. Cam Davis would score on a 2-yard touchdown run. Then the Tomcats would, after Russell first down, the Tomcats would force them to punt, get the ball back, drive right back down, another Cam Davis touchdown run. Then in the first quarter, they come back, another stop, another drive, and another score. Cam Davis from 47 yards out this time with 1:01 to go here in the first. Then the second quarter, Russell would get a stop on Ashland, but as soon as it looked like they were having some success moving the football a little bit, Russell would have it, stop Ashland, get it back, and then would fumble it, turning it over where Ashland would recover. Rade Rucker on the 13 of Russell. Ashland would come out in the wishbone. 3 plays later would score, go up 28-0. Then in the first half, later on, they would get the ball back, another score, another touchdown run, and they would not be looking back. And 35-0, and as Dalen Farrow would have a 26-yard touchdown run. So what an impressive showing he had or 29-yard. I'm sorry, he had a 29-yard touchdown run to put Ashland up 35-0. Then the running clock started, and that was with 2 minutes to go in the first half. So Ashland would start in the second half. Another big run by Farrow, 24 yards to go to the house, and that would do it, putting Ashland ahead 42-0. Russell would struggle moving the football. And talking about what impressive defensive performance for Ashland, I have Russell at 10 passing yards, I'm sorry. And on the ground, I have them at 6, 51, 55, 58, 68, 79. And, I mean, honestly, that's being quite generous because a lot of that came in the second half. The biggest run in the first half was a 23-yarder by Frazier that set them up in Ashland territory. Meanwhile, on Ashland's end, Hughes finished the game 3 for 5 for 24 yards. Stutler 0 for 1. And Ashland on the ground, Davis had 9 for 103. Simpkins had 4 for 39. Davis also had 4 touchdowns. Davis had 4 for 66 and 2 touchdowns. Taylor had 5 for 46. Hughes had 1 for 3. Wolf 1 for 4. Stutler 1 for 8 and a first down. Newman 1 for 32. I had him at. Newman had a good run, and then Johnson had 1 for 5, and Anderson had 1 for 8. Meanwhile, Simpkins 1 for 4. Wolf had a reception for on the receiving end. Simpkins opened up with a reception for 4 yards. Simpkins had 1 for 15. Lyons had 1 for 5. We're going to wait and see here if Chad Tackett comes up. But you have to be impressed with how Ashland performed tonight, no doubt, as they came in here on a mission. And you didn't think they would play much better than they did against East Jessamine. They looked on fire in that first half and picked up a running clock against, like Russell, a good team in East Jessamine. But here tonight have just come in and a convincing performance, putting this one away early in what was expected to be a much closer battle. But it was up front. That was the difference. I have Ashland, and let's see, looking at the rushing statistics, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plays that went 10 yards, rushing plays that went for double digits, so or more, and 10 or more. That opened up some holes, and a lot of those just right up the middle. So that offensive line has to be proud. And you look at how they've performed this year overall up front. I think Ashland has been very underrated. You look at last season when they came in against Harvest Prep, and we saw that line and how much they struggled. I was deeply concerned for the Tomcats as they came out, and I mean, you thought they were going to really have some problems when you think about the teams they have to play, like Johnson Central, who comes out in that wishbone and always has a dominant offensive line. But so far, Ashland playing great up front, and 3-2 now they improved to Russell falling to 4-1 as Coach Tackett has the team down in the huddle. We're going to take a break and get them up here. We'll be right back. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Remodeling your house? Need to save money? Shop at Home Builder Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Russell. They have everything you need, such as flooring tile, windows, vanities, cabinets, doors, trim, and much more. They can even do installations. For furniture and home decor, visit their new Home Builders Furniture location by Super Quick on Route 1 in Greenup. For personal service, affordable prices, and workmanship you can trust, go to Home Builder Supply in Russell and Home Builders Furniture in Greenup. They do it right.
Oh, lady, your driving is making me go bald.
What? Who's talking?
It's me, your car, the one that needs new tires for months now.
You talk?
Only when I have to, and with the way you drive, I have to.
I think I'm going crazy.
The only thing crazy is for you to not take me to Witt's Tire Town, 1901 Argonite Road in Flatwoods. They got the best prices in the area with name brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Mastercraft. And they also do repairs, which I need badly.
You're pretty smart for a car.
Stop in Witt's Tire Town, Argonite Road in Flatwoods.
Cardinal Chevrolet says goodbye summer and hello deals. Silverados, 2.9% financing for 72 months or save, and this is no joke, up to $30,000 off MSRP. That's incredible. All EV models come with 0% financing for 60 months, plus up to 125% of KBB value for your trade. New ownership, improved processes, better deals. Better deals. Visit our gorgeous facility right off I-64 in Hurricane or at CardinalChevy.com. Together, let's drive. See dealer for details.
The Martial Artist Series presents the International Film Festival, September 25th through 27th at the Joan C. Edwards Performing Arts Center, featuring 6 critically acclaimed and award-winning films: Sully Mane's Story, Flow, I'm Still Here, All We Imagine as Light, Waiting for Dolly, and A Radical Act, Renee Montgomery. For more information, call 304-696-6656 or go to martialartistseries.org. Sponsored by Village Caregiving and Kindred Communications.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Think summer. Think sunshine, lake days, beach trips, and all that sand, salt, and grime clinging to your car. That stuff doesn't just look bad. It can dull your paint, cause scratches, and even lead to rust. Protect your ride and keep it shining all summer long with a trip to Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash. Fast, easy, and built for real clean. Find a location near you by getting started at thoroughbredexpress.com. Join the winner's circle with Thoroughbred Express Wash, where your summer starts sparkling.
Life. What is life? Life is a collection of moments. Moments that stay with you a lifetime. Make those memories and moments happen at CF Rushline Jewelers with our complete line of Gabriel & Company diamond rings, engagement rings, and wedding bands. CF Rushline Jewelers is your place to make those life moments happen. Visit CF Rushline Jewelers at 947 3rd Avenue in Huntington, across from Pullman Square, or visit online at cfrjewelers.com.
Our Kendrick Communications family of stations reminds you of the need for blood donations to the Red Cross. Blood is always needed. It may save your life or the life of a loved one. This reminder is brought to you in part by
the providers at Marshall OBGYN. Online at marshallhealth.com/OBGYN. The Area Agency of Aging, Southern Ohio's designated Aging and Disability Resource Network. And Swisher and Losi, independently owned with free local delivery and drive-through service. 636 East Main Street in Pomeroy, Ohio.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
The West Virginia Pumpkin Festival returns to Pumpkin Park in Milton, Thursday, October 2nd through Sunday the 5th, with family activities and over 100 skilled artisans displaying crafts, special exhibits, and demonstrations. Enjoy blacksmithing, apple butter making, a grist mill, music, and of course, the record-breaking giant pumpkins. Discounted tickets Thursday and Friday. Kids 5 and under are free. Follow the Pumpkin Festival on Facebook or Instagram for more. The West Virginia Pumpkin Festival, October 2nd through the 5th.
Next to you, next to me.
Barbersville Fall Fest 2025, Wednesday, September 17th through Saturday the 20th, with carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday and the parade on Thursday. Friday night, September 19th, it's Straight On, a tribute to Heart. And then Saturday, September 20th, the village of Barbersville welcomes Shenandoah.
If I had 2 dozen roses.
Plus, arts and crafts, the car show, professional wrestling, and so much more. Fall Fest 2025 in the village of Barbersville, September 17th through the 20th.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
The West Virginia Pumpkin Festival returns to Pumpkin Park in Milton, Thursday, October 2nd through Sunday the 5th, with family activities and over 100 skilled artisans displaying crafts, special exhibits, and demonstrations. Enjoy blacksmithing, apple butter making, a grist mill, music, and of course, the record-breaking giant pumpkins. Discounted tickets Thursday and Friday. Kids 5 and under are free. Follow the Pumpkin Festival on Facebook or Instagram for more. The West Virginia Pumpkin Festival, October 2nd through the 5th.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Ashland with a 42-0 win over Russell here at Henry R. Evans Stadium, Ivan McGlone Field, plowing their way for 300 rushing yards. And with me is Ashland Tomcats head football coach Chad Tackett. And Coach Tackett, good to see you here. And man, you didn't expect, after East Jessamine, a game that went so well, you guys may have topped that performance tonight.
Yeah, the guys played really well tonight. I was really proud of their effort, both sides of the ball. Actually, all three phases. Troy did a great job kicking tonight, and we just had a great week of practice. Tuesday and Wednesday were some of our better practices, and I think the guys I told them pregame, just go out and execute and have fun, and we definitely did that tonight, and really, really, really proud of them.
Mm-hmm. And coming in, starting the drive off, you guys received and just drove right down the field and scored. And talk about that line, because they started off looking impressive. They're getting better and better by the week. I feel like they've been such an underrated. The line always is a little bit underrated, but this year with the team, they have just gotten some massive pushes up front.
Yeah, everything starts up front, on offense with the offensive line. Those guys did a great job. Baker Sutton, Miles Hutchinson, Brady Marucci, Ben Ream, and Wyatt Riley. they come in and did a good job. And then we go Wishbone, Carson Pennington's in there, and J.J. Keys. So, those guys do a great job blocking. And, we got a great push, on that first drive, and we just continued it. We were blowing them off the ball. And I was really proud of the way they continued to do that the entire game. I don't feel like we really took a series off, and they kind of imposed their will, and that was one of the things we asked them to do.
And Davis and Farrow tonight for Ashland combined for 6 touchdowns, and Bud Davis had just over, unofficially I have him over 100 yards at 103. Talk about what they bring to the table, and with Davis, just the leadership that he's brought throughout this program over the years.
Well, we know who he is, and I think everybody in the area knows who he is. But he's our bell cow, and we feel like he's a great player. We feel like he's one of the better players in the state, and we have a loaded backfield. We got a lot of guys back there that run the ball well. Brody Simpkins and Luke McCoy, and of course mentioned Dalen Farrell that came in and did a great job tonight. I thought Trey Taylor ran the ball really hard tonight. So we really do a good job rotating those guys, keeping those guys fresh, and I was really proud of the way they obviously took care of the football, but more so they ran after contact, and that's one of the things we try to preach to them, get yards after contact, and they did a good job tonight. And going back to Cam, you have to go back. I told the paper, I felt like he was a little disrespected, going, into the season with not being on the cover of the preview. And, they put one of Russell's running backs on there. And he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but, I feel like, Cam being a senior, he kind of felt slighted a little bit, so he wanted to come out and make a point tonight.
Mm-hmm. And Ashland with him, what a performance defensively. I mean, we're talking about Frazier, who is putting up video game numbers coming in and is every bit to throw 78%. He's pretty darn good, and Ashland holds him at 1-9 on the night. And the line got back there, and it certainly was a little bit of Friday night football defensively as Rade Rucker got back there, had a big fumble recovery. Talk about the defense and what you saw and liked against a very good Russell offense tonight.
Well, I thought we put together a pretty good plan defensively, and guys did a good job coaching them up this week. Our coaches did, and again, it goes back up front. Luke McCoy and Brandon McGee, Luke Corliss, Ben Pritchard, and of course Rade. They were in the backfield, and I think that affected their quarterback a little bit. He gets rid of the ball quick, so we were wanting to get him off his throwing point, and just, even if we didn't get a sack, at least get enough pressure in his face where, the ball sails or gets a little high, and that happened at times. And then, then you go into the back end. Our DBs did a great job covering their guys, and, we were really worried about the Pennington brothers and their speed. And I thought Mason and Sam and Cam and, Tanner Woodman, I thought they did a good job keeping those guys in front of them and didn't let the ball get behind them too much. So, again, it goes back to good coverage, and really proud of their effort there.
Yes, the Pennington brothers have combined for 19 receptions coming into tonight and been valuable assets for Russell. And for Ashland, of course, what's next for the team coming up?
Well, tonight's the end of the not the preseason, but we got to get ready for district play, and district play starts next week, and we'll get back to the drawing board on Sunday in a coaches meeting, and bring the boys in on Monday, and then get ready for Greenup, and then then we go round, and then Boyd, and then Johnson Central. So we got a tough slate of games in front of us. We really like our district, and we feel like our district plays good football. We have good teams in our district, so it'll be a battle every week in and week out, and I told the guys after the game we got to do a good job. The next 4 weeks just trying to get as good as we can get and prepare, and try to be the best version of ourselves toward the end of the season.
And the last thing, and I know he's listening, our friend, the voice of the Tomcats, Dickie Martin. Any message or anything you'd like to say on that end?
Yeah, we miss you, Dickie. I love you, pal. Dickie is Tomcat through and through, and I grew up on Dickie and Dirk, and I want to just hope he's listening, and hope he knows everybody misses him, and we're praying for you. And I know you're stubborn and hard-headed, and you're gonna be the same way with this diagnosis. So just fight, and hope to see you soon, brother. Love you.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Ashland head football coach Chad Tackett, and good win for the Tomcats tonight, 42-0 as they improved to 3-2, defeating a very good Russell team by that score and winning at Russell. And we want to say to you, thank you for tuning in and listening to us here on 97.9 The River. And we want to say to our good friend Dickie Martin, we want to say thank you. We love you, man. Jamie, Whitney, we're here to support you. We're all praying for you all. And we believe in you, Dickie. We love you guys. God bless you, and good night.